Yeah.
You almost got your head cut off when we were water skiing at Folsom Lake on that boat. Mom, I was there.
That time I had to dive down because the boat was coming.
Some girl was riding the boat, and she was headed right for you. They were drunk, and Dad was getting ready to pull him up, and they just as you went
I had to
over
dive
you.
down.
Right.
I went under.
How old were you?
Oh, I was
Older.
22 at this point, I think.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Never.
Folsom Lake on Sundays. Remember, everybody was all over it.
Do you know that Mom and I bought those boats together?
I like that story too.
Mom and I went over on Douglas Boulevard.
You bought them from Stephen Coppedge's place.
Yeah.
Yes. What was the name of it again?
Coastal Marine.
Right.
I was going to say Stephen Coppedge.
Mom and I went over
Yes.
there,
You are.
and Mom bought the blue boat for Dad, and I bought the red boat for Jeff.
I didn't know Mom bought that for Dad. I
We
thought,
bought it together at the same time.
really? Dad didn't know about it?
No, and Joey didn't know
I
about
didn't know that either.
it. No.
I didn't know that Dad didn't know about it.
I didn't either.
That-
I
we
thought
didn't know
Dad
about
I
it
was
at
can't
all.
see Mom doing that without
I
that.
talked her into it.
I was going to say Beth had to talk her into it.
But the boat I bought for Jerry was a bass boat for
Yeah,
fishing.
right.
Yeah,
Those are
it had
neat
the
boats.
chair.
Yeah, right. And then Mom bought the
Yeah.
blue boat, which is a water ski boat, which
Back
we
in the
did
day,
water
and we
ski.
thought that was just the best ski boat there was.
I know.
Well,
And
it
now
was
look
pretty
what you
nice.
have now.
Now got Joanne's.
Yeah, now you have Joanne's, which is
I mean, it was
a real
pretty nice
ski boat.
back then, you know.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
For its day, it was
Yeah.
brand new.
Yeah, we all water skied on it and everything. But yeah, 1974. Every time I'm in it, I look at it. It says 1974 on it. Little tag there.
You know where mine is?
No.
Up at the farm.
Oh,
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, they're both
still
still
have
in the family.
Kirsten, no. I don't.
Okay, so
It-
get rid of
it's-
it.
I don't think it would ever float again or run again. But it's just kind of over there where all the other junk is up at the farm. I'm so sorry, Kirsty. I didn't mean that. But that's all right. It's
are we filming or not?
Yes.
We are filming.
This is live.
That's okay. She
We're
knows
filming.
that the boat is no good anymore, and I just feel she says we're gonna hear that.
Well, a lot of their memories I don't have any of because I was young and married with 4 kids. So
That's right.
my memories were spending time with my children and raising them, and that was probably the best years of my life. Well, I can't say that because every year seems to be best
Yeah.
with everybody, but memorable. Your babies, they were all close, and it was just fun being around the family and watching all the guys grow up and do their stuff.
Teeny
My
weenies.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope that this, for all of you kids, grandkids, great-grandkids that never knew Papa and Grandma, I hope this just gives you a little glimpse of,
Yeah,
of
they
what
were wonderful.
They were fantastic people that you'll meet in heaven.
And he was fun. He was the life of the party. He
Yeah.
loved a good time. He loved the family to gather together.
Love the babies.
Talk about the gumball.
Oh,
The gum
the gum machine.
gum machine
I
behind.
already talked about that.
Oh,
Did you
good.
talk about it
Okay.
already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you guys?
was she taping though? I thought it was before.
This is
we
a
were taping.
Oh, it could have been. It could have
just
been on
right.
one of
We were
the.
a couple of times earlier.
It was time. Yeah, it was a few times
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh,
You can tail it again though. It's cute.
Yeah, because we talked about that and Mr. Green,
Excuse me,
the frog that used to tell us the
Tell
weather.
us the weather.
Mr. Green.
Mr. Green.
Yeah, and you guys, I'm sure, touched on one of the earlier sessions when I wasn't here, just how much Mom and Dad always had the family over, and the family was
Absolutely.
always at their house. And
Yeah.
back then, we didn't have. You had a TV guide.
Yeah.
And the TV guide, I don't know if you guys touched on that, but the TV guide is how you knew that a show was going to be coming up, right? So the Wizard of Oz would show once a year.
It was a big thing then.
It was a big
Yeah.
deal, and of course, Mom and Dad would always have everybody over, and we'd have Mom would cook, and there's so the
Popcorn.
family was always together for. It
Everything.
didn't always have to be, and wasn't necessarily Christmas or a big
Yeah.
holiday. It was just those little tiny things like that. Come over, we'll watch Carousel together, or we'll watch
Yeah.
some of these musicals that they loved, and stuff like
I
that.
just
Family
thought about
was
Halloween
always
too.
Yeah.
together,
That's my
Halloween.
favorite.
always together.
Yeah. Remember Dad how much he loved Halloween?
Oh, that's
He'd look forward to getting that big pumpkin and carve it and put it in the window in Chan Drive, and they'd have cider and donuts.
Always had that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and all the teeny weenies, all the kids would come over first before trick or treating. He loved that. Looking
He
forward to all
loved
the
the
grandkids.
kids coming to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
That was my favorite holiday. Is my favorite. It's Halloween. Yeah. It's so much fun. Got it from Dad.
Even going back to Via Toledo, San Lorenzo, talking about how mom and dad, always welcomed family. We'd have cousin Edward and Susan and Gretchen and
There's so much
Aunt
fun.
Phyllis and
Yeah,
Uncle
everybody.
Ed. Spend the night. We'd all sleep they'd put us in the bed. We'd all sleep sideways.
Yeah.
Always. To make room. Mom and dad always felt there's always room for one more. And
Yep.
it's so
Sleeping
true.
bags,
Absolutely.
Sleeping bags.
Yeah.
House was always open. Door was never locked.
That's
I
right.
know.
No, there would need to be so many films to go over all the deer camp, and
Oh, yeah.
there are so many.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm sure, are just skimming the surface here.
Right.
Oh, that's
Right.
all we can do.
Yeah.
Right.
So many,
But,
so many
you know.
memories and stories.
So many
Most
memories.
of which were pretty funny too. But
Wonderful
Yes.
memories. Wonderful memories.
And he was a fantastic joke teller.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
gosh.
He would tell jokes at the
He's a
dinner
chip off the
table.
old block.
Yeah,
Well,
and
Barbara
Pat's,
does
Pat's
too.
got that
Yes,
talent
Pat
too.
has that
Barbara-
talent too. Barbara does too.
Barbara does.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we used to look forward to him when he'd tell a joke because we knew it was just going to be
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Mother would just quietly sit there.
well, she was a little angel.
Yeah.
She was just a little angel.
Oh, speaking of Angel, in her last days when she was, I remember you were up there and visiting Mom when she was in Auburn Faith Hospital.
Oh.
I was, probably like 2 weeks before she passed away or whatever, 1 month
Excuse me.
maybe. And I remember there was a picture on her wall with flowers, and you asked her. Do you remember that? About
No, I didn't
Diane?
ask her a thing.
I think that was Mary Ann.
You're
no,
talking-
no, it was
No,
No,
was it
she's
Yeah.
talking about her final. It was really
Yeah.
a goodbye talk. It was the
Yeah.
last time I spoke to her, and I was just said, hey, how do you feel about? You want me to tell that story or
Yeah,
just the flowers?
it's a good
Yeah.
story.
How do you feel about what the doctor said today? Because it wasn't good. It was she's dying, and she said it's just fine. Sure, her faith was so strong. I'm gonna
Yeah.
see my mommy and daddy, and I'm gonna see all these loved ones. And I was one who was destroyed. She was very strong, and then that's when she said,
the picture on the wall
Well,
with
it
the
was
flowers.
yeah. She asked me if I see the
Yeah.
angels,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
she's
it's,
so-
so of course not, Mom. And I don't say anything. She goes, you don't see the angels? I said, no, I don't see them. And then, I was crying. Just very matter of fact, she said, do you know if the 49ers won today?
Oh my God, I never knew that.
I didn't know that
You know
either.
that? Yeah, I, was like,
I didn't know that
no,
either.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just
49ers
know.
Oh, bless her heart.
I do
Saying goodbye to
remember.
my mom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
remember when we were all in the hospital when the doctor came in and
Yeah.
said, "We're not going to do anything more for you."
Right.
And she said, "Well, can I stop my pills?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Yes, except the ones that keep you comfortable." And you said, "Mom, do you know what he is saying?" And she said, "Yes, I'm going to go be with Jesus."
Yeah.
I remember her saying that. Her faith was very, very strong.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really strong.
Oh, that's awesome.
But when you were talking about, I thought originally you were talking about the story when I went to visit her and I got stuck in the elevator.
Oh no,
Man,
I don't
I don't even
remember.
know if any.
Oh,
No,
I
I
know
don't
that
know.
story.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I
story.
went to visit mom and I got stuck in the damn elevator. It's only 2 floors,
Pat and
right?
I
Yeah.
are like the
It's
most
stuck in-
claustrophobic
Yeah.
of the whole family.
Well, I'm very
no.
claustrophobic
Oh, that's
too.
right.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yes.
So what happened?
I picked up the phone. I said, hey, I'm stuck. And there was somebody there immediately. And she goes, okay, hold on. I said, don't put me on hold.
Yeah.
She did.
Don't
And I
leave me.
just, they're very long for gurneys, these elevators in the hospital. And I just got back and I just ran into that thing and I just jammed it. But I didn't realize that, there are 2 doors to an elevator. There's
For
the
those
one that
doors.
opens.
Oh, in the
and closes, and
hospital.
then there's
They're
the one
gurney.
on
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
and I was on the 2nd floor. The door wouldn't open. But I jammed that thing and I broke out. Much like I did in your bathroom here shortly. a while ago.
Just now?
Yeah, I had to break out of the damn
Sorry about that.
thing. Your lock doesn't work?
I've never locked it. I wouldn't know.
It really doesn't work now. I'm a little fidgety, but it'd be like- So anyhow, I had to break out of the thing, and I got out and I reached around and grabbed the phone and said, "You might want to bring a new door or something like that."
Yeah, he was like the Hulk. He went "Rrrr," and opened it.
Well, I went into Mom's room and I got thinking, oh, but that's expensive, so Mom, I'm gonna have to come back. And of course, guess where the stairs were that I was looking for and I couldn't find?
Right next to her.
Right
room.
next to her room. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come back, I'll see you in a little bit.